Hello guys, welcome back to the Unexplained series, and I'm one of friends joined by Varun.
Hi guys.
And today we'll be talking about Jordan Peele's Nope, his third film, and what a filmmaker, man! From being a doing comedy skits to being such a
Yeah,
thought-provoking
good.
filmmaker. But this will be
Mm.
spoilers. The film is out in India in theaters. There are other ways to watch it also, but I don't know what. Yeah. Anyways, so this is our Unexplained series. We talk about a foreign film. This time it's Hollywood, I
Mm.
guess, but mostly it's
Yeah.
it's indie. We talk about like
Mm.
we didn't do for Northman, dude. We did for everything, everywhere.
Didn't need one. We didn't need one. That's my question. I feel like
Yeah,
Northman is
you know,
pretty much
Northman.
explainable.
When I watched, I was like, if this was an Indian film, it would be more epic. Like there were moments of this will be epic now, take revenge, and nothing happens. Just it's the build-ups are there, but the film is not trying to pay all the build-up. Like now, epic scene now. I'm like if
Mm.
like it's basically Bahubali. You're taking revenge, right?
I guess.
Kind
Yeah.
of like the narrative. I'm talking about the narrative.
Yeah.
And that the hype, the high Bahubali gives me every time I
Mm.
wanted that from this film. Okay, but we're not talking about Northman anyways. But everything everywhere all at once is coming out, and we did an unexplained series. We'll be doing that. We'll be out that time. But today we're talking about Nope. And if you haven't seen, spoilers. But
Wait. Before we
okay,
begin, I have a question. If everything everywhere is not out in India, then how were you able to do an unexplained?
this is getting cut out. See, I just have to say one thing. In India, when that film comes out, it'll be censored heavily.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
scenes will
yeah.
be cut, blurred out,
Yeah.
zoomed in. So I had to watch it some other way, which is
Mm.
why you're talking about it. We'll get the unexplained series for that movie also. But yeah, let's talk about Nope. And so it's an adult film. It's horror. So I've only seen Get Out. I've not seen Us. I wanted to, but
Mm.
it's I think I have to pay for it on Amazon. It's not available to stream
Oh,
yet.
okay.
So I think I have it the other way also. But yeah, but I'll try to watch that also. But the two films
Yeah.
I've seen right till now, before getting into the plot of Nope, I really like how he takes, a subject matter related to the black community.
Mm.
Is American African the right term anymore? I don't think
Yeah,
so. Someone's saying
African.
it's not the
You can
right
say
term
black.
anymore.
You can say black
Black is okay,
community.
right? Okay, thank you. Just being politically correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, in that film, both the films, he takes a subject related to the black community and doesn't go that way. This is not about preaching or telling about that
Mm.
particular thing, but it takes that setup and brings his own twist and his own genre to it.
Yeah.
Like Get Out, you think it starts, you think like it's about the Klansman and the hatred
Mhm.
against like the
Yeah.
racism kind of thing,
Racism. Yeah. Mm.
but it just flips the narrative because these whites dude want black people, like they want like their mind to be transported to that, like it becomes a what a
Mm.
sci-fi kind of survival thriller.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah.
Spoilers for Get Out also, sorry. So that's what really surprised me. And, oh shit, it's not. And I always love it when a film surprises me that
Mm.
it's trying to deviate us from oh, it's actually
Yeah.
that, but no, it takes a u-turn and we're totally blown up,
Mhm.
and we
But
don't see it
also
coming.
in the end, like ultimately, it's still about racism. Like it's
Yeah,
still that
that's what I'm saying, the setup is
you
still
like you
that.
don't even consider them to be like you think of them as a product that you can
Yeah,
just sort
yeah,
of change
yeah,
your mind with them in that sense. But yeah, like still the
that you
flip
can
that
just take them out of the kidnap them and no one will take it. Like
yeah,
it's saying a lot
exactly.
many things
Hmm.
about the real thing, but it's giving a narrative twist. It's kind of a different film altogether. It's like fiction but
Yeah,
rooted in reality. That's what I really like about Get Out.
yeah,
And then this film similar. What I had heard, it's absurd. It's this and that. I don't understand what's happening. Like I was really
mm,
like thinking, oh, it's like absurd kind of movie. I was really
mm,
surprised that being that it's doing such well at the box office also. And then I
yeah,
go watching film and it like, dude, it's the same thing again. He's taking the black community who
yeah,
had this, like we actually studied that, right? That
mm,
the first image made of a guy on the horse, it was a black man.
yeah,
We
yeah,
didn't know that. And
yeah,
through this film,
mm,
he tells us that and builds a narrative from there, that legacy of that family. And now
yeah,
they don't have work. Things are changing. We see how at the end they bring that VFX, the green screen horse.
yeah,
And if you've seen
yes,
Triple
yes.
R making, also they use that only. in a lot many
Oh,
places, you know.
yeah, I saw that. Oh, yeah.
So it's basically telling us how, people who like in stunts and everything who were part of
Mm,
Hollywood are now just being cut out, just and VFX is coming
yeah.
in, and how it's affecting families. It's just setup is that.
Mm,
And then he brings his sci-fi nature to it. He brings that whole element of the nature going against humans, kind
mm,
of a deal,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Mm,
And again, his father dying in the beginning, or
yes.
things fell off a plane, and no one cares. If it was a white guy, people would have cared, right?
Mm, yeah, yeah.
There are a lot of themes like that you can read into. But at the end
Mm,
of the day, and last 30 minutes, dude, it's like totally a sci-fi thriller,
yeah,
action
it's
thriller
like a
film.
monster
Yeah,
movie,
it's a,
like,
I was I think
Jurassic
comparing it
Park
to
or
the
anything.
Prey. No, not Prey. Oh, they showed the trailer of
Jaws.
Beast,
Oh,
the
Beast.
new
Yeah,
film,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like, dude, what's the difference
Which
between this and Predator movies? It's basically
yeah.
the same. Just you change it to a lion kind of a thing, whatever.
Mm,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so the other, yeah, so the ending is basically like a full-on big action Hollywood film, and
Yes,
that
yes.
really surprised me. Like the beginning is very kind of slow, and I had went with
Mm.
my two friends, and one of them was yawning, but by the end he also got into the action. But
Yeah.
it is very, very different. It's not absurd at all. It's very clear
No,
what
no.
it's showing, and
Yeah.
it's I still prefer like Get Out more than this.
Mm-hmm.
It's I think it's good. It's not bad, but I prefer
Yeah.
Get Out more, which is more intricate and like really
I think
blows you off.
like this did not have any major twist or anything
Yeah.
like that. I think because of
The
that,
twist was that it's not really a ship, it's a creature
yeah,
itself. Yeah.
it's an animal itself. I think that was so genius. Like I never thought of it in that way. That the thing that's flying that itself is the animal
Yeah.
itself. It's not like a ship carrying aliens inside it. Like
Yeah.
that was unique, and I think just the way that entire sort of look for that creature was designed. I think that it's a UFO, but it's like folded in, but like it
Yeah.
can grow up and become like
That was an
whatever the
epic scene, man. The climax when it
sort
opens
of
up.
thing.
Yeah.
And even so many interesting things, that the mouth, after it had opened up, it looked like a camera, like the mouth from which it was
Yeah,
eating.
yeah.
Yeah.
The way the film cuts it, right? And the film is also about cinema, about story. Like
Yeah. So much about
it's
cinema. I
yeah, it's
think
odd to
that's,
Hollywood.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that
the
exactly.
the guy, the cinematographer, the way
Mm.
the machine he has to cut his footage when we see
Yeah.
him, then
Mhm.
he the IMAX camera he has is rolling it without
Yeah.
any electricity, and then he's
Yes.
like that elevation to higher self is that how can I record this.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
doesn't care
Yeah.
about fame, money, anything. He wants to record this. He wants to, before
Yeah. He
dying.
doesn't even care, like, the footage will come out. Like, he knows
Yeah.
that if he
He
die,
he
the
wants to
camera is
achieve.
going with him.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
wants to achieve that I recorded the impossible. That's
Yeah.
his, like he doesn't care about life. And then there was that news reporter guy. Didn't care about
Mm.
his life and he just want to record. Did you record it? Like that
Yeah.
also is a commentary, right?
That's also a commentary on, like, how a lot of these sites run like news sites and all
Yeah.
that.
But also,
Also, I think,
today's generation, right? That we just want to
yeah,
capture everything.
yeah,
And that's how the
exactly.
film begins, and we'll come to the ending, but that's
Mm.
what I like. It's like open ended kind of, and you can choose whatever you want to believe, but we'll come to that.
Yeah, I think I was just saying that, and the whole story with the other guy and, like, the chimpanzee show and, like, whatever happened over there. Did they censor anything in that scene? Like, it was just a violent scene, but
Which one?
did they the chimpanzee going crazy?
They didn't show it, right?
Yeah, they don't like. Yeah, they don't
It's
show
only
it, but
blackout, and it's just you hear the voices, and
yeah,
everything is
yeah,
hidden behind like objects, so we don't see
yeah,
the
yeah.
action. Yeah, that was an
Mm.
interesting narrative which was involved. I think that
Mm.
led to me because they say that the moment we talked about nature and his life, suddenly the event
Mm.
crazy.
Yes.
So that I think
Yeah.
there where I connected a dot. So it's also talking about nature and the
Mm.
our relationship with humans.
One thing that I don't know if you noticed, but, like, I saw it when I saw it the second. So I saw this film actually two times in theaters because I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the second time I noticed that, and then I read it also. But, like, when the chimpanzee goes crazy, and then, like, when he notices the like him as a kid sitting over there, and, like, he goes over there to, like, do that fist bump thing. But, like, at that point, the kid and the chimpanzee are not seeing eye to eye. There's a cloth
Yeah.
between them, that tablecloth. So
Yeah.
even he's not see. If he had seen him eye to eye, I think the chimpanzee would have killed him also. But because that eye to eye contact was not there. But then later, when he's sort of trying to make a show out of that alien and performance and do all that, like that's when he sees eye to the alien, and that's why like he and everyone over there sort of get eaten up. So again, that sort of thing, like that was also like pretty cool. That detail is there.
Like
And I think
I
yeah.
knew that scene, right? Like when the chimpanzee is standing there, I'm sure I knew that he'll get blown up. Any moment there'll
Mm,
be a shot and he'll die. The
yeah,
moment, because we know he survives, the kid survives, right?
exactly.
But
Yeah.
also the eye to eye thing, right? You said
Mm,
that's what he says, right? The our main character, OJ,
mm,
that
yeah.
predators you don't look in the eye. Like in the
Yeah.
beginning, also he told the horse, no, don't look in his
Yeah.
eyes.
I don't.
You know,
Yeah.
they get threatened. They connect and they want to
Mm,
attack. So I think I
mm,
like how they brought that back.
yeah. Same with the creature, like in the end form that it takes,
Yeah,
the butterfly sort of balloon sort of form.
yeah,
Like it is so beautiful to look at, but the whole point is that you don't have to look at it. Otherwise,
yeah.
you will
Because
die. That's
you know what happened. So the plot, right? That first of all, I really like that. Okay, so much to talk about. First, the humor. I didn't expect so much
yeah.
humor in the film. It was just too
Oh
much.
yeah.
There's a lot of humor in the film, and we were. I love the joke FUCW.
Oh
Like we were like
god.
I think 10, 15 people in the theater, and we all cried at it. So I was like, oh, everyone got that joke. I have to
Nice,
cut that
nice.
segment out and put on IGS. But yeah,
Mm.
what I was gonna say, humor. From humor, the character was the who put up the camera things and everything. Like he
Yeah.
was turned out to be so brave. When he got caught in the haywire, he tied it so he knows if I go in, it will kill it. And after
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
he eats it, right? He deforms, right? At that time, he
Yeah,
opens
yeah.
up, and that
That's
time,
right.
the girl is running. I'm sorry, I forgot the names. She's running
Yeah.
away. I'm like, look at it. It's dying. Now you can look at it. I was like telling the cat, look, now it's okay. You can look. You can look. But no, it was still you cannot look. So yeah, the point, right? Like it's beautiful, but you don't look it. And I was like asking
Mm.
the cat, now you can look because it's gonna die, but it didn't die. But your point of
Yeah,
that, it looks like a film camera when it opens its mouth. That's interesting.
yeah.
It was on the when it comes over the house, right? And I
Mm.
said it. It's basically shitting.
Yeah. Sort of.
And I knew that that thing was connected to it, right? The papers,
Yeah. Yeah,
flags,
yeah.
the flags. And I told
Yes.
my friends, it's that. It's that is making him what do you say,
Sick.
sick or uncomfortable. That's why it's acting
Mm.
weirdly now.
Yeah.
And they also
I think
fed
it was
him the horse of
the
what do you
fake
say, the
horse
fake
thing.
horse. So I think that like
Yeah.
what do you say, caused all of that, like him behaving differently
Yeah,
now.
that's why I sort of just came up over their
Yeah,
home and like sort of started
yeah.
started targeting them. Yeah.
I love
Also,
how
yeah.
one more
No, no,
thing.
no,
I
go
love
ahead.
how at so many points they literally say nope, nope.
Yeah,
Remember when he's
that's
in the
what I was
car?
going to.
In the car, he opens the door and he looks up at nope.
Yeah. And that's again, sort of subversion that if this would have been any other horror movie, especially with a white main character who goes out to be a hero, like the
Yeah,
hero, he would have been a hero, he would have gotten out of the car with a gun or something and, tried to attack it. But he being like more sensible in that scenario, just goes like, nope, I'm not going to get out.
and how
Same way
calm
when
he
the
is.
alien in the, like, we don't know it's a costume, but that alien sort of thing comes
Yeah,
in his barn and
yeah.
like in his farm, he goes like, nope, I'm not. I'm
Jupiter
going
sons,
out from it.
the Jupiter sons.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah,
weird. That was so horror-y kind of thing,
yeah.
man.
That
Like he
was.
tries to
I was
like
like, oh
shoot
shit,
it
there
and
is.
just going
Yeah.
back and back, and he just then punches it. That was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the point, yeah, right? Like it like subverts your like what really happens in horror films and
Mm.
all, and no one really dies, right? No, Stephen Young's character dies.
Everyone in that
Yeah,
area,
in that
that
area dies,
show.
and at moments I felt weird that no one is coming here, and like we get a news report first of all of 40 people missing,
Mm.
and then nothing, and
Yeah.
in the daytime that thing is going around and no one is seeing that. I was
Mm.
wondering all that, but
I feel like in the people did saw, since those news people had sort of
yeah,
come.
yeah.
I guess they saw it dying at that last moment.
Did he
Yeah.
die? That's my wondering.
Oh yeah.
But there are
Again.
two moments, right, where in the beginning, When they just show, we hear things and suddenly we see the chimpanzee and it just turns to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And someone behind me said, "Oh, it's looking at us." I'm like, "Oh, interesting." And then we understand later that, oh, it was his the child's
Yeah,
perspective, right? And
yeah,
later
yeah.
at the end of the film, she gets up, the creature has died, and she's looking in the camera and she's so happy. And I feel like
Mm.
now will they end the movie here? She's looking at
Oh,
us, that's it. And then we cut to him in the smoke standing on the horse.
yeah,
And for
yeah.
him also, the OJ's main narrative, the whole arc was that, he said, right, that all animals are not meant to be trained. His father said
Mm.
that. And that
Yeah,
implies to him that, because he failed at the beginning, he couldn't do that job perfectly.
yeah.
And now he's also
Mm-hmm.
someone that he's not the one who can be good at this or direct this ahead, take this
Yeah, yeah.
business ahead.
The
I think that
business,
was a
yeah.
nice, and that how he comes back, and that moment was really weird. That when that nope scene right in the car, and then later in the morning he comes out, he
Yeah,
opens
yeah.
the car and brings them, and and he starts thinking of the thing that had happened in the beginning,
Mm.
and then he's like,
Yes.
focus, 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 and after that he was like, it was so calm. So many moments where you'll be like scared, like just so calm, not moving, just quiet. I
Mm.
just love it. But no, friend Nolan was just like, dude, how is he so calm? How is he so calm? But coming to the ending, what do you think happened?
I think it was how I feel like they got the sort of main shot that they wanted. I don't know how, if they will even get rich from it, or like, again, these are very like two siblings who like just caught a photograph. Will someone else like actually take over all the name from it, or what will happen, like that? All that is of course left to us, but I guess their goal was to sort of click a picture and get rich from it. I guess that would happen, maybe. But
Okay.
yeah, for the alien, I guess I
First of
don't
all,
know if
I want to say that
it
the
happened.
well thing, how they brought it back was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Oh yeah.
Nice setup. Sometimes in movies, okay, they did that, that will come back later,
That
kind of thing, right? But in the
exactly.
way it happened, I didn't think of it, and then later when it came, oh, nice. And then,
Yeah.
and the thing is, right, my thinking is very different to what you are saying. So the
Hmm.
picture comes out, right? All the pictures she
Yeah.
takes comes out, and then finally we see that picture, she captured it, and she looks at
Yeah.
it, and then she doesn't do anything, and then she looks at all the news reporters with
Hmm.
the camera and everything, and she
Hmm.
doesn't pick the picture, she doesn't do anything, she just looks and turns away, and then she looks in the camera and she sees the brother, and then
Yeah.
that's where we end the film, right?
That's yeah.
My thing
Hmm.
is that she doesn't care anymore.
For the
They
picture.
just
Hmm.
survived, they're alive out of
I
this.
guess.
She came closer to
Yeah.
the brother, and how
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
did, how
That's
they
true.
pulled it off, with their
Hmm.
horses. So it's
Yeah.
like the coming together of them, and now it doesn't even matter because she is not
Hmm.
that. She is not these people with the camera with no identity.
Hmm.
And even that
Hmm.
dude, right? Like we saw the footage rolled coming down with him. He also
Yeah.
survived. That was pretty interesting. He made it
Yeah,
out.
that was I was like, okay, he's also going to die
But
definitely.
dude, his self-sacrifice was, I was, wow. I was like my favorite character easily.
Yeah.
To just, I was thinking he was just getting out, and then like no, he's tightening it up so he knows, and he was looking at him.
Mhm.
And the way,
Yeah.
first time he got saved because blue thing just covered his face, so he
Yeah,
couldn't
that
look.
covered him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and later he just tied it, and he just pulled it together, and then
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
pulled it off, and he just fell down, and it took that all the railings and all wired.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was, but I don't know if that did the footage really survive or not. I have no idea.
Mm. I
Maybe they
don't think
used
the
it.
photos
Maybe they used
survive.
it.
I
Maybe
feel
I'm
like
thinking too much.
maybe just the camera evidence is the only thing that's there. I
Yeah.
don't think, but
But that was, I was so angry at moments like when they were rolling the camera, and they would just tilt on top and just see a little bit of it, and it would leave
yeah.
the frame.
Oh
I
god.
was so
Yeah.
pissed. Like, come on, dude. You're a best cinematographer. Come on, capture it well.
Yeah.
Place
Hmm.
the cameras the way the film has placed the camera. You'll capture it.
Exactly. What we are seeing like
Yeah.
shows exactly that. Yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah,
man.
I mean, also the concept is so true. Like, if someone in today's day discovers that there is a UFO or something, the
Yeah.
first thing that they are going to do is capture it. They are
Yeah.
definitely not going to do any of the things other than that. Like, that's going to be the first thing that they are
Run
going to try.
away, or
Yeah. So yeah, that's also.
but we never get to know what the creature is, where it come from. It doesn't get into that all the other sci-fi films would do,
Yeah, that's what.
right?
What is the alien? What does it want from us?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing like
Yeah.
it. Nothing will happen like that.
Hmm.
But yeah, man. Again, Jordan Peele, a
Yeah.
really good
So
film.
I feel like if you watch Us, I would want to know, like, I think I would want to know, like, what your thoughts are on that, because that's also another, like, it's a very interesting film. I feel like, so he made Get Out, that became, like
Yeah,
a very hit, and now it's sort of like a cult classic or something, or, I mean, that takes time, I guess, more years to call something like that. But yeah, it's still very famous film, and it's a very, well, like, acclaimed film.
yeah,
And then he made Us, and I think in Us, he just, it's my personal favorite. I would say that, like, out of all his three films. But in Us, why people did not like it is because he does go a lot into, like, the themes. Like, he just dives so deep into the themes that there are, like, like, there are sort of things which are left unexplained in the plot, and things that are sort of just skipped over and like that. And that, I guess, like, people did not like it. But I guess the way it sort of takes that theme and just explores it fully, that's what is was my favorite part. So I would say, yeah, like, Us is like my most favorite of his, and then, like, Get Out, and then third this one. But, like, all three of them are very, very good films in that sense.
yeah. But yeah, man, this film, I was expecting more absurdness and surrealism, like The Green Knight,
Mhm.
maybe, but there's nothing like that.
Yeah,
And I'm fine with it.
yeah.
I didn't mind it. But overall,
Mhm.
a really, really good film. I'm happy that an indie film is doing so well.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I think the actor didn't do Black Panther for this film, right? If
I
I,
think so.
it was a date issues. He had date issues, so he couldn't do
Probably,
Black Panther.
probably.
Black
Yeah.
Panther 2.
Two. Yeah,
But
yeah.
also, man,
Mhm.
the visual effects, they were so good.
Mhm.
At no point it felt bad. At
Oh,
no
no.
point, I don't know
Yeah,
how they shot it. It looked like a.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Last 30 minutes, it feels like a big Hollywood,
Yeah,
action
feels
film.
like a big action film. Yeah,
And
that's true.
I think that's
Mhm.
the best part about it. So yeah, man, if you haven't
Yeah.
seen and if you're still watching this video, I have no idea what's wrong with you. But now, at least now,
Yeah.
check out the movie. But do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Check out Varun on social medias. I'll put the links in the description, and you can chat with him. You can troll him. You can,
Yeah, I'm very active in Nona Princess channel comments also.
He's very active on Discord, so you can talk to him more there.
Oh
And
yeah, join this as well.
yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed this, do let us know. And there will be more unexplained series. So this time it's a Hollywood indie film, but most times we try to make it foreign films.
Hmm.
Next one, what do you want to do? Use a hero,
Hmm.
the Iranian
No,
film.
I've not seen that yet. No, no.
Drive My Car.
Same.
Maybe let's do Drive My Car.
Yeah,
I've
Drive
heard
My Car
great
would
things
be.
about it. So next, let's do
Yeah,
Drive My
same.
Car.
I've also heard it's very long, like close
It's
to
3 hour
three
long, but
hours.
it's really
Yeah,
amazing.
that's
So
why I haven't been able to,
yeah, that same
think
reason.
about watching it.
Triple R I've seen 6 times, but but okay, guys, we'll be back soon. See ya.
Bye.